Welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to another webinar for Apogee Insiders. This is training all about how to make the most from affiliate marketing. I'm excited about today. I know I say that every week, but I am really excited about today because this is one of the things that I wish I had known several years ago when I was just getting started in affiliate marketing. I may ruffle some feathers today, and so I encourage you to just hang in there with me and get to the end. And if you're still ruffled, then let's talk about it. But today we're going to be talking about choosing the right affiliate programs for you and the ones that are going to work for your audience, your content, and really help you with your conversions. So if you don't know me, my name is Lindsay Kometz. I am the managing director here at Apogee. I have been here for about 4 years, but before that, I was actually a content creator. So I have been where you are. And so I don't come from a place of telling you how to do it without having actually done it myself. So I understand the frustration, I understand the struggles, and I have actually said affiliate marketing doesn't work for me more times than I care to admit. So if we have that in common, if you have felt that, I just want you to know that's where I'm coming from. I've been there. I've been there. Let's figure it out together. All right. So today I promised I would keep it short and sweet. The last one I went for 48 minutes. I don't want to do that again today. The reason why is because I want there to be more homework with this one. I want you to really dive into this training, into this content, and into these questions to come up with the right answer for you. Because unlike last call or last webinar, where many of those things were blanket statements that would go for everybody, this one is going to be a lot more personal and a lot more catered to just you. Everybody's answers are going to vary, and that's perfectly fine. One of the things that is the most important when it comes to being successful in affiliate marketing, whether you are a blogger or an influencer or an email guru, is choosing the right affiliate program. That may sound like a no-brainer, but I've talked to a lot of creators that are not in the right programs, and let's discuss why. So the first thing, and I asked this yesterday, speaking of ruffling some feathers, I asked, what is your niche? However you want to say that, we all know what I mean, right? What is the main focus of your content? I didn't get a lot of answers, and I think that is because a lot of people call themselves lifestyle, and we will discuss that in a moment. But when I say, what is your niche? Some people say food. Some people say tech, beauty. We had a hyper local. That we had relationships. What are some other ones? I was trying to think of what was put in there. And those are great. Those are niches. But again, a lot of people didn't put anything. There was a lot more views on that than there were comments. So I think that is because a lot of people don't know how to specifically answer that question. And that's part of your homework. We're going to dive a little more into it. But what is truly your niche? What is the biggest, if you are a lifestyle even, what is the biggest content pillar that you have? The one that you find yourself creating the most content for? That is what I want you to think about with your niche. There is a saying, the riches are in the niches. Maybe that's if you say it niche, but the riches are in the niches isn't meant to pigeonhole you into one thing, right? Because we are all multidimensional people that have a lot of interests. But there is something to be said for at least having kind of an idea of what type of content you create. That's going to make your content creation a lot easier, but is also going to help you find the right audience and the kind of audience that is going to keep coming back to you again and again. So if you're struggling with figuring out what your niche is, you've got 15 things that you write about and you really are like wanting to maybe hone down on something, or maybe you're just getting started, what is something that people ask you about? If you were to poll your friends on Facebook, what would you be known for? What do they come to you for? These are important questions to ask yourself to really figure out what your niche is, and also what you need to be creating more of, because you may say that you are a lifestyle blogger that does recipes and travel and gadgets and tech and all this kind of stuff. But what do you find yourself gravitating towards? And also, what do you find your audience is really responding to? Again, people say, but lifestyle. So in writing, there is a term called a through line. And when you are writing an author like a series, or think of movie series or even music albums, there's always what's called a through line. And that is the one thing that is consistent, a theme that is consistent throughout your content, no matter necessarily what you are talking about. When you research Throughline, they use like Star Wars as an example. Throughout that entire series and even the new movies that they are putting out, they all have a common theme, right? You think about Harry Potter, common theme, other trilogy type things, Twilight, there's a common theme. The same is true in book series. We have one of the, a whole set of the original Hardy Boys, common theme. Babysitter's Club, I'm aging myself big time now, but when you think about those series of books, they all have a common theme. And even in music albums, it'll be different songs, it's about different stuff, but it all has a common theme. And so I want you to think of yourself and your content as one of these things. You are the book series or you are the movie series. What is your common theme or your through line? Because every single thing that you write or create or talk about needs to somehow intersect with this through line. And the reason why is because people are going to come back to you for that. When the through line, whatever it may be, resonates with them, they're going to come back. And that in movies and books, where we stay very committed, very dedicated, very loyal to those things because of our love for that through line. And what's really remarkable is we may not even like all of the movies, right? Think of Fast and Furious. How many are those now, right? But Fast and Furious, it all has a through line of that, of family and that kind of loyalty and helping each other and that kind of stuff. But have all the movies been good? No, absolutely not. And that's true for a lot of things. So you don't have to love all of them. Oh, yay, somebody's got all the Nancy Drews. Yeah, we're aging ourselves. It's totally fine. But if you were to go back, or if you think about it, they all have that through line, right? So you, family, absolutely. So again, think of yourself, think of your content and create your through line. This shouldn't be thought of as being limiting. That's what I think that so many people fall into, wanting to be lifestyle because you don't want to be limited. And I don't want you to feel that way at all. This should really excite you about being able to create content around your main theme or your through line or your common denominator, whatever word you want to call it. Because once you start thinking about that, and next call in 2 weeks, we're going to be really diving into creating content, but all of it is going to revolve around this through line theme. So me personally, I was a keto blogger. Now I didn't start there, but I evolved there. And when I did, that is what took my blog from being something that made money every once in a while to a really big, solid, true income that I was then even able to sell for a significant amount of money. So when I brought it in, that's when things really started to change for me. But understand that just being keto didn't limit me, because this was all of the other content that I created around it. So I wanted to do fitness, cool, but I made it connect to keto. So because I had to talk about, when you first start keto, you have no energy. So trying to push yourself can actually be very harmful. Keto cooking gadgets was a big part of my affiliate content because I was an affiliate for Ninja, for Power XL, and of course I had Amazon Associates as well. To this day, those gadgets from that content is still selling. Okay. Keto recipes, obviously, that was big. Staying on keto while traveling, that is how I made my travel content work because there was that through line. Keto was the through line. Keto packaged snacks was another big income earner for me, both in affiliate and sponsored content, because my audience knew to come to me for keto content. People asked me questions about keto. I just want to say, by the way, I'm not even keto anymore. People still ask. That's another thing. I digress. I even went into best wine on keto because that was one thing that I got asked about a lot. Lindsay, is what kind of wine should I have with whatever? This is just an example of how a niche, through line, common denominator, common theme can make you have a something that people will come back for and really embrace you for and build an audience with that doesn't have to be super limiting, but you need to have that common through line. Okay. All right. So once we have figured that out, then who also loves the through line, right? Who will that resonate with? Who is your ideal follower, reader, whatever, wherever you are? What who would benefit the most from your content? Who is looking for that? So with keto, it was people who were looking to feel better, maybe lose a little bit of weight, maybe they were getting a little higher in age and things were not working with their body the way that it was when we all had metabolisms in our 20s. So I had that following, those people that could really resonate with what I was saying and also what struggles I was going through. So for me, I was able to find ideal followers in the people that were like me in a lot of ways. So it was the later Gen X, women predominantly, who, again, were having changes in the way that they wanted to look and feel. That became my audience, and I built a very large audience because of that. And then I had to look at what was their online behavior, because you have to meet people where they are. It's very difficult to drag an audience into a new place. But if an audience is already there, then you just have to walk into the room and start speaking to them. So for me, it was Instagram. And then it was also Pinterest. So where is your audience? Go there. But here's the thing, you know where my audience was not? Twitter. Wasn't. I didn't find anybody over there. It was not, even Facebook really was not my place. Not that there aren't wildly successful Facebook, but that was not where I excelled. So it was Pinterest, looking for great recipes and keto tips and all that kind of stuff. But then I also found my audience on Instagram, and I really doubled down on Instagram. And I put my blinders on. And we've talked about this a lot of times, where you can really waste a significant amount of time trying to be everywhere, right? Trying to be everywhere. Go where your audience is. And then create the content that they want. So, one of the biggest pills that I had to swallow is that my content was not for me. What I wanted to write about was not always what needed to be written about. And that was a big pill to swallow, because I'm a Leo. I like the spotlight. I'm an Enneagram 3. I'm an only child. I love being on stage. It felt great last week to be on stage at Affiliate Summit West. I love being here because I feel like this is my little mini stage. But the content that I needed to create wasn't just what about it, wasn't just about what it was doing to help me feel better. I wanted to help other people feel better. I needed to make other people's lives easier. I needed to help people transition from the sad standard American diet into something that they could feel really good about and embrace and be healthy and happy with. So I had to change the way that my content was being delivered. And we talked about this on the last call, that it was more how I could help them, you, not I. And then make sure you align your content with what your audience wants. So if you're creating stuff that you're just not getting engagement on, then your audience just simply isn't interested in that. And that's okay. it is okay to be interested in something and passionate about something and love it and it not make its way onto your blog or social media. Okay. That I think was another big pill to swallow just because it interests me and just because I could even really create great content around it. But it wasn't what my audience wanted. And so I would feel defeated if I published something and nothing happened. But really and truly, it had nothing to do with me. I had built this audience over this thing. So when I introduced something else off the wall, that wasn't what I was known for. That wasn't what I was cared about. And so I think that happens with affiliate a lot as well. Okay, because you can't be everything to everybody. You can't do every social media well. Nobody can. No amount of automation tools, no amount of scheduling tools is going to make it to where you can really truly excel on all of the social media sites, plus have a great blog, plus have a rockin' email list. It can't be done. It can't be done without a team. And I'm not talking about a team. I'm talking about one solo person. You can't be everywhere. You can't be everything. So find the things that you love, where you find your audience, you find your people, your tribe, your whatever you want to call it, and embrace that and stay there. I get asked a lot, Lindsay, how can I do better? And when I look and I see these followings everywhere, you've got TikTok, you've got Facebook, you've got Instagram, you've got Pinterest, and the engagement is like nil. I'm like, first of all, pick one. Where do you want to be? And again, this should not be limiting. You are not limiting yourself. You are choosing a path that will let you grow. So find where you want to be and then move forward on that and put blinders everywhere else. All right. One of the biggest things you need to understand with affiliate marketing, sponsored content, anything, is that you are solving people's problems. You are helping people make their life better. That is why they are reading your blog or watching you on Instagram or watching your TikToks or tuning into your YouTubes or whatever it may be, reading your emails. What is the value that you bring to the time that people are spending in your content? That's your homework. What is the value that you are bringing to people that are spending time in your content? What are the pain points that you are helping be less painful? That's your niche. That's where your content lies. That's where you need to be focusing. That is where your growth is going to come from. That is where affiliate marketing is going to help you grow your income while you have a genuine desire to help people make their life easier. Let's get into a little bit more nitty gritty. I'm almost done. When you're looking to join a program, affiliate networks, if you are a content creator, you need to be on the major affiliate networks. Here are some of the biggest ones. If you are not already on these, you need to apply and get your account set up. If you need assistance with that, please reach out to anyone on my team. These networks are where reputable affiliate programs live. Yes, there are in-house programs, and I'm not going to talk about those until later in the series because they do have a very good place that they have in the market. But for the most part, going to an affiliate network and being active within those is going to be your first step. So ShareASale, Impact, Awin, Levanta, Refersion, CJ, and Amazon Associates. Guys, I want you to think of Amazon Associates as its own affiliate program. It's not a bazillion products. We're going to think of it as one, just like LTK, it's one. Levanta, one. ShareASale, just, okay? These are all these networks. Get involved, make your profile look great. We're going to be talking about that later in the series. Make sure that you have your name, you have your photo, you have websites that you own, all of them. So your .com as well as your social media. When you apply to a program, know that there is a human on the other side of that. So make sure your application sounds like you're talking to a human. okay? Because we and all managed programs have to go through a person. And so, unfortunately, sometimes we decline perfectly good creators because it looks like spam. So, make sure your account does not look like spam. All right, so what do you want to look for when you are choosing the affiliate program to join? First of all, you've decided what your niche is, okay? And then you have figured out what the pain points are. So now we are looking for brands or products that can help you create content that makes people's lives easier. Remember my keto bubbles? Gadgets, foods, stuff like that. That made people who were transitioning to keto made their lives easier. When I would start looking for brands, products, and even services, it needed to go in that same kind of category. I would find a product that looked great, maybe that I personally had already used. That is a great place to start. Products that you already know, love, use, so that you create all kinds of content about it. And then what are they offering? What is the actual offer? Is it 10%? Is it 20%? Is there a bounty? Bounty means that if the order, there's a one flat fee. The next thing is the average order value, because 10% may be sounding low to you, but if the average order value, or AOV, is several $1,000s, then that 10% can be a pretty significant amount of money. So ask what the average order value is. On a lot of the networks, this information is public. And when we go into some of the networks deeper, not in this call because I'm going to wrap this up soon, then you can actually see these things are public, or reach out to the affiliate manager and ask them, what is the average order value? Because I understand what it takes to create content, and I understand that you want to make sure that it is worth your time. So you need to know realistically what you can make from those conversions. Oh, yes, I'm not sure who that is, but that is a great affiliate tip. It says if you sign up with your business name and it's not your name or your website's name, make sure that the business and your name are somewhere on your about page, somewhere in your bio. Yes, again, we get applications, it's almost like job applications, and we have to weed through and figure out who is a good fit, who is real. And yes, sometimes, and if you want me to do an audit of your program, guys, I can do that also. Okay, number 3 here is that the program is online always. So you can see when you are looking at a program if the program has gone offline. What that means is it is not currently being funded. Okay, doesn't mean you're going to lose money, doesn't mean whatever, but you want something that stays online. And the reason why is because managed programs, those are the ones, they're staying online, they're active, they're actively working their affiliate programs. Sadly, there are brands who have started affiliate programs and just let them ride. And you don't want to create all this content, you don't want to spend all this time advocating for this, and then to find out that the program is just running on autopilot, right? Look that the program is online always. See if there are product reviews or deep discounts available. Not every affiliate program is going to send you a free product. That's PR. And yes, while things have merged, we could not possibly send a free product to every single person that joins an affiliate program. We have affiliate programs that actually have thousands of affiliates in them. There is no way that we can send free products to everybody. That is why we have the campaigns, we have the sponsored opportunities, and we choose 5 to 10 every month to do that. But even when we do that, guys, we get hundreds of applications to every single one of those campaigns. So sometimes the reason why people are not joining, or I'm sorry, sometimes the reason why people are not being chosen for campaigns is simply because we can't fit everybody in on the same campaign. We get 100 minimum applications to most of our sponsored campaigns. We can fill 5 to 10 depending on the brand. So sometimes we have to decline 10, 15, or 20 that would be great, but we simply can't fit everybody. I'll tell you the number one thing that you can always do though is higher engagement. That's the biggest thing, higher engagement. And then I put this one in the middle, but it should be at the end here, is a responsive affiliate manager. So again, unfortunately, some brands start programs and just let them ride. Don't check the email, don't check. You want somebody that is responsive, because affiliate is a partnership. It is not a one-way street. You want to be able to reach out and talk to someone about the products, about the opportunities. If you start talking about a product, you're going to need to talk about it again and again. You become a super fan of that product. So you need to have an affiliate manager to let you know of promotions, new product launches, any kind of content that can be created, keyword research. That's what we do. And that's how we can help you. But again, when you are looking for a program to join, you want to make sure these things are happening. These are a couple slides that you've seen before, but they warrant being spoken about again. Know that when you are talking about affiliate programs and products, the know and trust factor is the number one thing. This is why having that niche, whatever, is so important, because when you are talking about things that you always talk about, it's authentic. You are genuinely just sharing the things that you love, and people have known you for that. That is where the magic happens. When we send out campaign opportunities, we get a lot of applications from people that are applying completely outside of the niche of what the product is. For instance, we just had one that was for a food product, and we had to decline some really great creators, but it was because 100% of their content on their platform was beauty. And the thing is, those two things, just, it's very difficult when a beauty creator was, if they were to start talking about food, their audience, think about it from an audience perspective. Think about how you would receive that. You'd be like, wait, I'm here for beauty tips. I'm here to learn how to do winged eyeliner. Why is she talking about food? It doesn't fit. And I think that is why there is this kind of negative stigmatism around influencing, because people say it feels like somebody's just trying to sell something. If it's not in line with what you're normally talking about, it can feel that way. It can feel that way. And you have to think about it from the audience perspective. If the only reason why you're talking about that particular product is because you're getting paid for it, that takes out the authenticity completely. You might really love it because, again, we're all these multidimensional people, but for an audience, they're going to think he or she is only talking about this because they're getting paid. They don't actually love it. So that is why finding 3 to 5 things that you love. You don't need to be in 50 or 100 affiliate programs. You don't. Who could manage all of that? That goes back to trying to be in all of the different social networks. Find 3 to 5 that you really genuinely love the product and can talk about the product and use the product authentically all the time. And then again, share, wash, rinse, repeat. People need to see things over and over again. Remember in the days when we used to have to sit through commercials for every single thing that we watched, and you would see the same commercial 4 or 5 times in the same 1-hour sitcom or even 30-minute sitcom? I remember thinking, gosh, that marketing person didn't do well. But I can tell you exactly what those commercials were. I saw them all the time. I became customers because it was repetitive. We remember jingles. We remember those kinds of things because of that repetitiveness. You have to think about your promotions as the same thing. When it is done authentically in things that you are already talking about, it's not that annoying commercial. It is you sharing the things that you love again and again. That's where the magic happens. Remember always to have a call to action, okay? It is not just, this is this thing, this is really cool. It needs to be, this is this thing, this is really cool. If you click on my link in bio, or if you click here, or if you use this code, or if you whatever, you can get it too. You can save money on it. You can have whatever experience we're sharing. We can do this together. That call to action is very important. It is not you being salesy. It is you making it easy for someone to have the same experience you are. It is you making it easy for someone to make their life easier because of something you recommended. Okay. I think that's actually my last slide. It is homework. I would love, you can send me an email. You can send me a message on Facebook. You can comment on that post that I did yesterday. What is your niche, your common thread? What is your, I just forgot the word, line, something line. What is your common thread that you can weave into every single thing that you publish? And then from that, what are things that you can do to help people love that, help people do easier with whatever that thing is? And then the third step is what products help you with that? 3 to 5, that's it. That's it. What are the 3 to 5 things that you can love and share and help people with that common thread? Right? That is how you choose the affiliate programs that are going to work for you. That is how you choose the affiliate programs that are going to actually convert. And that is how you choose the affiliate programs where you don't feel like a salesman.